This boy was getting ready for the office when suddenly his servant came running and said, "Sir, don't go to the office today." The boy asked, "But why?" The servant replied, "Sir, I need to show you something. Just hide behind the curtain and watch. You'll understand everything." The boy hid behind the curtain, and the servant went about his work. Just then, the boy's wife entered. She asked the servant, "Hey, has your master left?" The servant replied, "Yes, ma'am, he is gone." The wife said, "Okay, do one thing. Go outside and check once." The servant nodded and left. The wife then sat on the sofa and started using her phone. A little while later, the servant returned and said, "Ma'am, yes, sir, is gone." The wife replied, "All right, go and do your work." The servant nodded again and went away. Immediately after, the wife called her boyfriend and said, "Baby, where are you?" Her boyfriend replied, "I'm sitting in the car outside your society." The wife said, "Okay, come upstairs quickly. My husband has gone to work." Then she cut the call. A few minutes later, the boyfriend said, "So, your boring husband has finally left?" From behind the curtain, the husband started secretly recording a video. The wife smiled and said, "Yes, he's gone. When he goes, you come to me. Having you near me gives me peace and happiness." The boyfriend said, "Then why don't you just leave him?" The wife smirked and said, "Oh, just wait a little. He's about to make me a director in his company, transferring 49% of the shares to my name. Once that happens, after divorce, half of his property will be mine too." The husband was still recording everything, getting angrier with every word. At that moment, the servant returned and shouted, "Ma'am, aren't you ashamed of betraying your husband?" The wife coldly replied, "Mind your own business. Don't give me lectures." The boyfriend got irritated and said, "Your servant is talking too much. He's just a servant. He should stay in his place instead of acting like the boss." The servant replied, "I'm not speaking too much. I'm just speaking the truth. If you really loved her, you wouldn't let her get married in the first place. The truth is, she doesn't want to work in life. She just wants everything for free." The boyfriend got angry, stood up, and slapped the servant. The servant said, "Slapping me won't change the truth." The boyfriend said, "I know how to fix your tongue." He removed his belt and started beating the servant. Suddenly, the husband came out from behind the curtain, grabbed the belt, and pushed the boyfriend away. The wife was shocked. She stood up and stammered, You were supposed to go to the office." The husband said, "If I had gone, I wouldn't have seen your true face. In front of me, you act so good, but behind my back, you have a boyfriend? If you loved him, then why did you marry me?" The wife, trying to cover up, pointed at her boyfriend and said, "No, it's not like that. He forces his way into our house." The husband shouted, "Stop your drama. I have everything recorded on my phone. All your sweet talks and plans, I have proof. And as for you," he turned to the boyfriend, "I'll hand you over to the police." Hearing the word police, the boyfriend panicked and ran away. The husband looked at his wife and said, "This was the man you trusted? The moment trouble came, he left you alone." The wife cried, "No, please, I want to stay with you. Forgive me." The husband replied coldly, "I don't even want to stay with you for a single minute. Get out." Ashamed and broken, the wife slowly walked away. The husband turned to his servant and said, "Thank you for exposing the truth." The servant replied, "Sir," and they both hugged each other. One like is definitely deserved for this loyal servant.